Hey guys, this is Oshi, and this is going to be a quick first impression walkthrough of the deck Celtic Lenormand. So I haven't used or learned Lenormand yet. I bought this deck specifically because the guidebook was recommended by Kelly Fitzgerald from The Truth in Story. If I remember, I will link her walkthrough or deck recommendation on Lenormand in the description. But I realized when I was doing my autumn decks that I forgot to do the walkthrough, and I want to start learning the system, so I'm doing that now. So this comes in a two-piece box. Unfortunately, there's no hole for your thumb hole or whatever it's called, so it's not easy to remove it. But I mean, the colors are nice, the quality is perfectly fine. I mean, it's US Games, I think. Yeah, it's US Games. So, and I have well, I'm looking for the box on my shelf. Darkwood Tarot, no, Wildwood Tarot. I have the Wildwood Tarot, and now I have the Druidcraft Tarot as well, and both were illustrated by Will Worthington, so it's quite nice to have a little set by him. So this is the guidebook, not like you care, but you know. And because it's a Lenormand deck, this is the inside, can be removed, but by virtue it keeps the box in place. And this, to be honest, this is nicely done. I'm so much better than most of the decks, so I'm quite happy, and I like this color. I like this grass green, you know. Okay, I'm removing the shrink wrap. I mean, I'm murdering it. Oh, I'm not gonna say that word, but removing the shrink wrap. Let's just go with that, because you need to have plastic in your decks. I don't know why. Ooh. Okay, so before I check the cards, let's check the guidebook. So this is the Celtic Lenormand. It's small, but it's supposed to be a very good one, and I'm hoping for it because I don't, you know, I was googling Lenormand, you know, where to study it, and I can't take Kelly's class this year, but I want to take her second class next year. There's a one that where you learn the meanings of the cards, but I'm hoping to do that in the next you know, year, and then just take the second one, because you know, well, I can't afford to take both. I mean, you know, who knows what's gonna happen next summer? Maybe I will be, so just, you know, who knows. But my plan right now is to take the second class next year. So if you want to join me next year, please do let me know. Okay, so what I meant, what I started to say was that I looked around on the internet, and there's a lot of sources, but because it's a completely unfamiliar system for me, I just didn't know, you know, where to find one that's not actually true. The true is not a good word here, but you know, with tarot, I got a basic information at the course that I took. Then I went into a different direction, and I'm not really reading the minors. Mostly I don't read them as I learn them, but then I was exposed to the RWS system, and the keywords for that are usually universally understood. And I was looking for something like that with Lenormand, but I couldn't find one, because there were at least 6 or 7 completely different keywords for each cards that I saw, you know, that what it could mean in a reading. So I wasn't sure if, you know, which side should I trust. But I trust Kelly just based on her videos and what the sheer amount of information that she gives out in her walkthroughs. I watched enough of her content now to know when she says something like, you know, where to put those information. Plus I got a reading from her, so I know how her reading is actually in a one-on-one reading. So I'm not saying I'm blindly following her, her advice, because I don't do that anymore. But as a tarot tuber, as a reader, I do trust her. I trust her judgment. I kind of know by now that when she says something that, when she says that a deck is useful, I will find that useful. So that's why I picked up the Celtic Lenormand, because that was one of the decks she suggested as a beginner's deck, and that was something that I was able to get through Book Depository easily. So after that 5 minutes intro, here's the contents of the guidebook. So we have, it's pagan themed, which I quite like, because especially because right now it's autumn, I'm moving into that Celtic themed feeling. I can't explain, but it makes sense to me. I'm quite curious if I ever move out of it, to be honest, because I don't think so, but we'll see. So there are spiritual traditions in Lenormand reading. There are additional cards, Wheel of the Year, which I want to incorporate into my life more anyway. Dark and light, I like that, not reversed. I'm quite curious if there's a shadow as well, or dark is shadow. But how to use the cards, combining them. And yeah, okay, the instruction, what makes a pagan theme deck. God and Goddess, I will read this, but additional cards. Because in Lenormand there's a woman and a man, and well, we know that most of our world doesn't work like that anymore, which I think is quite good. I mean, we need to leave certain aspects of humanity behind to be able to, exist better. Not necessarily because our horses are high, but if we don't try to, keep those boxes that are no longer working for humanity, or most of humanity, I think. If we allow those boxes to change shape or expand or disappear, or new ones to come into play, we can be more tolerant. And that, I mean, sometimes I get really tired that, there's just so much amount of hate exists still about things that, really has zero effect on other people's lives. And by that I mean one's sexuality, or gender, or hair color, has nothing to do with other people. It has no effect whatsoever on other people's lives. So why are we still so dead set on telling other people how to look, how to feel, how to be? But let's not ramble, right? Affirmations. Oh, affirmations, so cool. So there's playing card numbers. I know that there's playing card, but I don't know if people are actually using that. I mean, I don't think I watched enough Lenormand readings, because I usually just watch tarot readings, but I think I will watch a few Lenormand readings in action, so to speak. Because I want to know if people are using more than just, the sheep, if they're using the 10 of clubs, maybe, I don't know. Ship is number 3, moon is number 32. Okay, it's just numerological. So you add the numbers. Oh, so cool. Okay, so yeah, I can't wait to learn this. It sounds interesting, and I want to learn this because most people say that this is a system that gives you more at-hand solutions, while tarot invites you to think, to philosophically think through things most of the time. I was just kind of looking at that because it's so beautiful. Lenormand can give you a more everyday sort of meaning, but that just could be my my understanding from the outside. So let's see. Okay, and let's just check here. We have a woman rider, but we have a male rider, and I'm quite curious if it matters that one of them is just walking and one of them is leaping. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea, because I know that there is directionality in the deck. So see, there's a lot of words, you know, keywords, descriptors. Oh God! So yeah, three things to consider with one card. But there's a timing, who the person is. We have a description, a meaning, which is good. A spiritual reading, dark and light. A spell to use. Oh, okay. Affirmation, I listen to the messages of the universe. That's always good. Ooh, and there's deity. Goidi. Ooh, I'm not going to try to pronounce that because I don't know how to. Okay. Is there a difference between the two? I mean, I would assume the keywords are the same. Person, young woman, visitor. So there's a lover for the man. So there's one extra word for that. Interesting. I'm quite curious, but I don't want to spend too much time to see. Yeah, I mean, it's different. I listen to the messages of the universe, and we have these spiritual messages are on their way to me. It's not the same. It's not, you know, this one, the male rider, is that I'm actually paying attention. This one is that I'm going to get them. And there's a different deities as well. So I have no idea why. That's interesting, because I was under the impression that these are interchangeable and there's no difference between the meaning, just that if you want to pick, you know, a female rider or a male rider, you have the option, but I guess not. But let's quickly go through the cards. They are so tiny, which is so cool, but not as tiny as my own deck. Let me show you. So I made one at one point when I was like, oh, let's learn the system, but I wasn't, you know, ready. So this is my tiny handmade, you know, with just one, you know, the name of the card and keeping the playing card association and the number. So, you know, this is tiny. It's twice as big as mine. But, you know, that's why Lenormand is cool. But you can make one at home easily. I mean, I even edged it. I mean, I left out some sides. I have no idea how. But yeah, this was just a, you know, simple set of playing cards. And I think the size for it is perfect. But you're not here for this one, you're here for this one, so I'll show you. So, rider, female rider, go in that direction. Ooh, this is the back, I forgot. And this has such a lovely earth tone to it. I love it. Okay, we have the sun coming in like on my screen. The leaping rider. Okay, so we don't have names on the card, but it should be, I mean, this is the clover. I mean, I know some names, so, but it should be obvious, because there's house is a house is a house. Oh, there's a ship with Celtic crosses, like I have my tattoo here, which was done not as nicely as I was hoping for, because the tattoo artist said that he's gonna make one that's a continuation, you know, there shouldn't be a stop. And then when I showed up, he completely forgot it, but I'm not good at confronting people, so I just, yeah, let it get this not so nice tattoo, but, you know, my lesson. This is supposed to be the house, right? I mean, it looks like one. Ooh, these are the shields are really cool. Okay, we don't care about shields. Is this the tree? Yeah, okay, so we have two. Ooh, I like both. I think I'm going to use it if there's no meaning, you know, different meaning. I think I'm going to keep this one for now and then switch this on for winter. We have cloud, and I heard enough that it matters, you know, if there's dark cloud and white cloud and stuff like that. We have snake with 2-1, 2-1 with 2 different design. I mean, this one is shedding its skin. And there's a crescent moon, almost a new moon. We have full moon there. I mean, this looks more like change. I have no idea what the snake means. I mean, I know what the traditional snake meaning is, but I don't know if that, you know, is here. But this one, it looks like, where is Voldemort? I mean, this was supposed to be coffin, because this is a tomb for, you know, Celtic warrior or some rich people, because I don't think regular folks got anything like that. Wow, I love that. There's a raven. Is this garden? Okay, I'm gonna get the book, because without, you know, knowing it too much. Okay, that was coffin. Okay, burial mound. Ooh, and the print is, you know, not, I don't know if you can see it, but it's not sharp. You know, there's 2 layers and they are not on top of each other, so it gives me my eyes a bit like a dizziness or whatever it's called. Wait, where's the 9th? Flowers. Okay, no, it's not garden, it's flowers. I mean, there's a lot of flowers, but it could be a garden. It is a site. Did I show you even the garden? I mean, a flower site. This is the broom, I'm assuming. Birch rods. Isn't that broom in the classic ones? Okay. Bird. Right, okay, I mean. And there is multiple versions. So we have these tiny ones, which is lovely, and they are sitting on a really pretty flowery, what is it called? Tree, birch, is that the one? No, it can be, whatever. And then we have chickens, which gives me that, you know, homey feeling. We used to have chickens. And we have these 3 owls that are really, really pretty. Though I kind of feel like they are judgmental. For now, I mean, these are pretty, but I don't care. I'm kind of deciding between these 2. I mean, I like the idea of having chickens, because that just gives more of the everyday idea of reading. But, you know, owls are wisdom and whatever, but I don't know. I think I will have a hard time not to draw from the illustration, because you're not supposed to. So this is the child, right? And I kind of hate that how she's, you know, doing chores while he's playing around. Though, I don't know. I mean, it could be. I can decide that that's a girl. So, but yeah, I kind of don't like the idea that she is doing housework. That's sexist for me. Let's just say what it is. I'm not saying it was meant to do that, you know, illustrated like that. I have the feeling. We have the fox, right, with the fish. The fish is there a separate one? Let's check. Okay, no, it's just fox. Okay, fox. We have the bear, who looks a bit angry. It kind of reminds me of, I don't know if my cat, you know, when she plays, sometimes she has this face. This is supposed to be the star, I think. But yeah, I mean, there's the moon is equally as prominent as that star, and the figure is one. And this looks like a Celtic cross, so. But that's just because Kelly pointed it out. So I will learn that this is the star, so I don't think there's a problem. A stork. Is there a baby somewhere? If the stork brings babies in your folk myths traditions as well, because you know when we were growing up, the birds and the bees were, you know, stork brings babies. I keep forgetting to check if that's universal or not. Is this a cat? No, it can be. But yeah, there's a cat. And there's the dog. Okay, so they are interchangeable. And guess what I'm using? I mean, sorry, puppy, but yeah. This looks like a more of a bobcat thing, like not a regular house cat, though. What is this? 19 tower. Okay, I wouldn't guess. So this is a tower because this is a fort. And this is nothing like the tower from the tarot. That's all I know. I'm guessing it's not lunch. This is the garden, the meadow garden. Okay. I mean, that wheat looks real nice. And the food looks nice. I mean, the all the fruits and the plates, everything. Oh, the prayer looks really nice. So that's garden. I kind of would have appreciated if there would have been like, you know, regular keywords, garden. Mountain. Well, I mean, it's more of a cliff in the seashore thing. Can it be even a mountain if it's next to the... I mean, it can be, I guess. Just this one looks more like not a mountain for me. But that's just my thing. Ooh, that's pretty. But it's gonna be the fork, right? Crossroad, not fork. Pets. Okay, whatever. Crossroad. I mean, you have to choose, okay? Ah, look at that, mice. I used to have them. I mean, not in my room, just wandering around. I used to keep them. They were so tiny and so cute. A lot of mice. I mean, obviously not in our house. I had one a few years back, and it took us 2 or 3 days to catch it, because you know I don't want to kill it, and catching one live, it's harder. But my cat came into the room and sit in my lap all day while a mouse was sleeping somewhere in my room. And then in the night I wasn't sleeping because the mice or the mouse was running around, and I just, you know, I couldn't fall asleep thinking that it would, you know, just walk across my face. So that was fun. A few days without sleeping. And my cat, who is a hunter, by the way, but couldn't be bothered. Heart, okay. That wasn't something I would have guessed. Is that clam shell? Okay. Clam. Oh, open mussel shell. Okay, what the hell is a mussel shell? I'm assuming it has iridescent insides. What is this, friendship? Ring, really? Now that I would have never guessed that this is ring. I mean, I would have thought, like I said, like hands, like friendship, like bond. The ring means bonds. Agreement, commitment, engagement, partnership, contract, marriage, tie, cooperation, promise, proposal. Jesus, so many words. How do you learn them? How do you know which one to... Ooh, it's not gonna be an easy one, I guess. But yeah, this is ring. Okay. Is there a good Fae themed Lenormand, by the way? I'm so much into the Fae right now. And I just finished the trilogy, and I've just said, and I wanna. This is the book. It's interesting because it's two wooden. What is it? What is it? Two wooden pages now. Interesting that this is a book. Do you not know what book is? Letter, maybe? Let's check the 27. Letter, yes. And this is ha ha ha. I mean, I'm just happy for myself. We have a black walnut tree that decided to just end its life, I guess, and I kept a piece. And I know that it's not traditionally part of the OM system, but I had to, because this tree is so prominent or so typical for Hungary that I just kept one, and I will come up with a symbol that will mean home to me, and I will add it to the system. I know you don't care, but you're here, you're watching. I mean, if you're here and you're watching, you can hear all these interesting tidbits. And look at that, that's a witch's stone, which I also have. Doo-doo-doo, thanks to Richie. Hello, Mantaro. If you're not subscribed to his channel, do it, because he is posting more, which is awesome. Okay, this is not a Turkish leader, even though his hat and mustache looks Mongolian or Turkish. Interesting. 28 Lord. Okay. Is there a lady? Okay. So we have two versions. I don't like the first one that much. The second looks more of a how do you say that? Well, not the war kind. Though I'm not sure I'm going to keep him, because he looks like someone who has more authority. Okay, Lord. Oh, that was just the man, sorry. Didn't know that this was the Lord, that this was the man. And the man is the traditional one. And that's why we need extra cards, because not everybody is a lady or a lord. I love her dress though. I mean, these patchworky things with this blue. Oh, looks really pretty. And she looks kick-ass. So with this too, I'm sorry, but based on superficial things, I'm going to keep her. And she is on the box as well, so it's not just me who's biased. Garlic. What the hell is 30? Lilies, I mean, sorry, but it looked like garlic. I don't know how lilies look, apparently. I was thinking about a completely different flower, but look how nice the grass is. I mean, you can imagine just walking around and being all soft and cold, because usually this is when, this is not warm. Ooh, I like that one. Is this sun? Is there a sun in? Yes, okay. I mean, I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, this is the sun. At least it's obvious. And the moon. Really nice. I mean, I love to have this one as, a painting. I love the moon. And the rocks and the sea or ocean. There's a key. Okay, fishes, right? I mean, I'm not I'm not confident completely, but yeah, fishes. Those are salmons, which doesn't mean anything, because they could be different kind, and it's not supposed to mean anything. But this is an anchor. and we have a cross as the last one. Oh, look at that, that's so beautiful. And I kind of like the cross as well. Are those dragons? Is this one? It looks like a leg, but I kind of don't see a head. Whatever. Let's decide. Let's all decide that this is a dragon. So yeah, this is the Celtic Lenormand. And yeah, it's a completely different system where it's not supposed to matter how it looks, but you can do like, okay, not with that one, not mixing, because you know I will film the flip through, which is going to be linked down below. But this is a 3 card reading, but there are 9 cards and the grand tableau, and I don't even know, and it's supposed to matter which direction the whole thing goes and stuff like that. So you know, we'll see. We are gonna learn this, and I mean, I am going to. Are you learning? I'm quite curious. I know that most of my YouTube friends are already started with their Lenormand studies, but if you're not in that group, are you planning on learning? Do you want to learn? Are you interested in the system? Do you know decks that I should check out? Because I only have this one and my tiny one so far, even though I'm going to get the deck that's from the creator of the Shadowland Tarot, because that's coming this autumn, a colored version, because I know that there is a black and white, which I don't have unfortunately, but I don't think you can get it anymore, but that look cool. But there will be a colorful version. There's also one a tiny monster Lenormand on make playing cards, which is really cool, and I want to get. And then who knows, I mean, let's see, let's first learn the system. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.